You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we got a story involving one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, a guy I feel like is a top 5 all-time NFL quarterback. Of course, Denver Broncos legend, NFL legend, John Elway. Now, in case you guys did not know this, there was a massive tragedy over the weekend involving John Elway and his longtime friend, who was also his agent, and their business partners. They own a business together. In case you guys did not know this, and we just found this out, John Elway was driving a golf cart, and his longtime agent fell out of the golf cart, got slung out of the golf cart. We don't know exactly what happened, but he hit his head on the pavement, and now essentially he is brain dead. Okay, he's on life support. They're going to harvest his, they basically got him alive just to harvest his organs now. Okay, so TMZ confirmed Elway was indeed behind the wheel of the golf cart. NFL legend John Elway was right in the middle of the golf cart accident that left his longtime friend on life support, and he might have been driving. Well, he was driving. Law enforcement and other sources tell us Elway was on the golf cart Saturday evening in La Quinta, California, when Jeff Sperbeck, John's business partner and former agent, fell off the back of the moving vehicle, rolled, and hit his head on the asphalt. God, folks, you just never know. You never know. Suffering a traumatic injury. Can you imagine? John, Jeff, and their wives had been at the Stagecoach Music Festival earlier in the day in nearby Indio, and were leaving for a post-party when the accident happened. We're told John is one who made the call to 911 immediately after the accident, and when paramedics arrived, Jeff was unconscious but still breathing. The 61-year-old was transported to Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs. Now, multiple sources tell us John was actually driving the golf cart. However, we have not been able to confirm. Well, they have confirmed now. No one else was injured in the accident, which happened on the grounds of a private golf community. All right, we're told cops did not respond to the scene. By all accounts, paramedics and hospital staffers did everything they could to save Jeff, but as TMZ Sports first reported, the prognosis is not good. We're told he has been on life support as doctors prepare to harvest his organs for donation. Wow. They went on to start Seven Cellars Winery together in 2013. Elway, devastated by the tragedy involving his close friend and business partner. Wow. It's absolutely nuts. It really is how bad this is. It was John Elway who called 911, according to TMZ. Local fire department, ambulance, paramedics serviced the call. Local sheriff's departments did not respond. Quote, the Riverside Sheriff's Office was informed of the incident on Monday, April 28th, and opened an investigation. Public Information Officer Lieutenant Deidre Vickers stated in an email to 9 News, at this time, the investigation is ongoing. No further details are available. That is interesting. Reported the wives of Sperbeck and Elway were also on the golf cart and uninjured, but have since reported it was Elway, Sperbeck, and Elway's son Jack who was riding on the cart. So that's a little interesting. Initially, they thought it was the two wives, and then they found out, no, it was Elway's son Jack. What? Sperbeck was found breathing but was unconscious, transported to the hospital. Sperbeck is and has been an NFL agent for more than 100 players, coaches, executives. When one of his clients, former Broncos Peyton Manning quarterback Greg Knapp, was killed 4 years ago while riding his bicycle by a driver distracted by his cell phone, Sperbeck stepped up with great compassion. He helped Nav's wives, Charlotte, with not only service arrangements, but they helped founded the Coach Knapp Memorial Fund that promotes distracted driver awareness and reform. That's crazy. They set up a fund for distracted drivers awareness. And I got to tell you, and look, I'm just putting it out there based on what people have said. Speculation, reckless speculation, nobody knows. But people are asking, was John Elway under the influence of alcohol when this happened? A lot of people have brought it up. They were like, was he drinking? And look, far as I know, if you're driving a golf cart like that under the influence, I think you're subject to I think we call it DWI. At some places it's all DUI. Here there's two things, DWI and DUI, because it can be drinking while intoxicated and driving under the influence is the two different things. But people are wondering, people are asking that question, is it possible that Broncos legend John Elway was drinking or had been drinking when he was driving this golf cart? Now, we don't know that, all right? We don't know if he was or not. And again, it's just something that a lot of people are bringing up, all right? Evidently, they've been at some function, and that is unbelievable. I mean, you want to talk about you never know. You never know. Think about that. He's riding on the back of a golf cart and fell off, rolled on the ground, hit his head, and it's basically, I mean, he is technically still alive, but that's it. What a tragic situation. And guys, if you're not old enough, I'm plenty old enough. I watched John Elway's whole career. Okay? Guys, if you do not realize how great of an NFL quarterback he was mobile, went to a bunch of Super Bowls, won 2 of them. Mobile, had probably a top 3 or 4 strongest arm in the history of football. I mean, John Elway was something else. I mean, if he played today, I mean, there's no telling. Honestly, if John Elway played today, he'd probably be the greatest quarterback that ever played, maybe outside of Tom Brady. You know, just the way I mean, you couldn't run across the middle back then in the same way. Receivers would get their decapitated. I mean, safeties would knock their heads clean off their shoulder. You just couldn't do it. Tell me what you think. What a bleeped up story this was. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.